how to make my homemade vegan Biscoff cupcakes with a Biscoff Centre, Biscoff frosting, brown sugar sponge and more. They're perfect. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, where today I believe I'm posting my first vegan recipe on this channel, but it's my vegan Biscoff cupcakes. So these are super easy. Anyone who's eaten them wouldn't even know that they're vegan because the sponge is so light and fluffy. It's so easy to put together. The frosting is delicious as well. But I thought I'd show you a simple way to make some vegan cupcakes because they are that good. Of course, where they are vegan, the ingredients are going to be a little bit different, but they're easy to get a hold of and they're still easy to make. When it comes to the vegan sponge, I do it a little bit differently because where you're essentially trying to replace eggs and butter, I don't go for a sort of a fake butter in the sponge at all. I find it easier to go on a more of a liquid-based bake. So for this one, I use self-raising flour, and because it's Biscoff, I use a dark brown soft sugar because I really like the flavour, but you could use light brown soft sugar if you prefer. I then also add some vanilla extract just because I love the sweetness. Then it becomes to the slightly weirder ingredients. On this occasion, you need to use a dairy-free milk. I use almond milk because I prefer it, but of course, if you can't have nuts or something, you can use soy milk instead, or oat milk works well as well. Personally, I'd avoid coconut milk because of the thickening agents that are in the milk. And then you need to add some vegetable oil and some white wine vinegar. So it's only 6 ingredients, but these ingredients you can easily grab at the supermarket. Most people will have them in their cupboard already, and all you do is add it to a big bowl, whisk together until smooth, and then pour into your cupcake cases. So once you've made your cupcake mix, it is quite runny, but it's ready to go, and I have my baking cups. I'll link these in the description box below, but these can just go flat on your tray, and I use 12. But regular cupcake cases do also work. You just put them in a muffin tray, and then you portion and bake in your preheated oven. These tend to take the same amount of time as they do for normal cupcakes, so just keep an eye on your oven, 160 fan for mine. Bake until they're lovely golden and have a little springy touch. So once all of your cupcake mix is into your cases and they're nice and even, bake in your preheated oven, and then of course leave them to cool fully before decorating. Now that my cupcakes have cooled completely, we can decorate. So this decoration is technically still a buttercream, but it's not because there's no butter in it. So it's a frosting, but what I use is the Flora Plant Box unsalted butter. Bit of a tongue twister, but this is by far the best vegan butter I have found to make buttercream with. So I use the Flora Plant Block. Then I have some icing sugar, which I've made sure is a vegan one on the packet. Sometimes they contain or may contain egg whites, so make sure to double check, but this one is vegan. And then I have some Biscoff spread. So we're just gonna mix the butter until it's smooth, add the icing sugar and mix, and add your Biscoff, and then we can decorate our cupcakes. So now that my buttercream is ready, you can see that it's really nice and thick, and it's the perfect vegan frosting that you'll ever make. So I'm gonna add it to my piping bag with my favorite piping tip and then decorate my cupcakes. But I'm also gonna core out with the end of the piping tip a little bit of the middle to add some Biscoff spread into the cupcakes as well. So now you've filled your cupcakes with your spread and your buttercream is in your bag, you can pipe your frosting on however you want. I always use my favorite 2D closed style piping tip, which I will link in the description box below, but just have fun with it. And then I add a biscuit and some crushed crumbs of biscuits for decoration. And then of course, you can enjoy. So now you've piped your frosting onto your cupcakes, I'm going to grab some Biscoff biscuits and some Biscoff biscuit crumbs and decorate my cupcakes with a little sprinkle, and then of course devour one. Why would you not? And there you have my vegan Biscoff cupcakes, covered in Biscoff crumbs and a Biscoff biscuit of course, Biscoff frosting, stuffed with Biscoff spread, and a brown sugar sponge. What more could you want from possibly the best vegan cupcakes ever? Make sure to check out the recipe in the description box below. The full blog post will be linked there like always, and I'll make sure to link some bits like the cupcake scoop and the cases. Come back next week for something else absolutely tasty, of course, and make sure to subscribe.